Hello, everyone. I'm sure you are here to know more about the LAM Fellowship, the fact that the applications are open. We at PRS are trying to make an effort to give you as much of an experiential learning or an understanding possible as far as to what to expect when you become a LAM Fellow. What are the kind of things that LAM Fellows do, and what is the general experience as a whole of being a part of this fellowship? So today we have with us Ms. Gayatri Madhusudan. Gayatri is a LAM fellow in the current cohort, the 21-22 batch, and she's here to share her experiences of being a LAM fellow for the current cohort. So Gayatri, thank you so much. And if you can just give a brief introduction about yourself and some of your background.
So my name is Gayatri Madhusudan. I have a BA in Political Science from Ramnarayan Ruya College, and I'm from Mumbai. I was born and brought up there.
How did you come to know about the LAM fellowship?
So basically, in my last year, when I was trying to figure out what to do next, I talked to a couple of my friends, and they mentioned the LAM Fellowship. They mentioned applying for it, and I thought it sounded really interesting. So I went and looked it up. I did a little bit research on the website, and I thought that this is really something I want to do. This is something I want to try for. So yeah, that's how I came to know about it, and I decided that I should give it a shot.
Okay, great. And what about if you can kind of just take us through the application process that you went through last time?
So in the application process, a lot of it is basic form filling. You just give in your name, your educational details, your GPA, if you've had any work experience, stuff like that. And then a couple of them are long answer type questions where you write a little bit about why you want to become a LAM fellow, what is your motivation behind trying to join this fellowship. And the other one is like a essay based question about a particular policy area. So the policy area I chose was something that I was studying at the time and something that interested me, which was India's Look East policy and the consequent Act East policy. I think for essay type questions, you should always choose something that you personally are genuinely interested in and know a lot about, because after once you submit the form, if you make it to the next stage of the interview round, they ask questions that are really focused on what you have written. So if it's something that you're naturally genuinely interested in, it becomes much easier for you to answer those questions without panicking about them. And you can also write about talk about stuff that you did not write about, that you just know from your general research or reading about the subject.
Great. And once you became a part of the fellowship,
Right.
I mean, what has been the kind of, say, learning from not just from your office, but also from the cohort, your fellow LAMP colleagues?
First of all, I have to talk about the fact that from my cohort, I've learned a lot about subjects that I did not learn in college that are very relevant to the field, like statistics or finance or economics, because there are many fellows who are from such backgrounds who've been able to give me some certain insights on how to use, it's not quite wide, but how you can use some general knowledge about these subjects to make the briefs that you prepare or the research that you do a little bit more relevant to your member. And I think about the learning, I think when you look at Parliament from outside, often it seems to be very focused and specific, but in reality it's very general. They always talk about a wide breadth of subjects that it's just impossible for one human being to have expertise in lot of these subjects. Like some days they're talking about assisted reproductive technology, but the very next day they are talking about banks and pension funds. So I think my biggest learning is that the legislative business in this country includes everything, and on top of that it includes legislation, which is something I would not have known from looking in from the outside.
Yeah. And coming to the experience that you have had with your MP at the MP's office and at other levels, if you can just share that experience as well.
I think I've had a really good interaction and time with my MP. Ever since I was first introduced to him, he's always kept the line of communication open. I have his number, I have his email, I have access to his PA. So if I need to reach him anytime, he's always available. And in general, he's very, to use a slang term, chill. He prefers that you give your honest opinion on things, even if it's not his opinion, as in you don't agree with him. He would prefer that you say, you like explain your point of view rather than just like go with what he's saying. And he's very frank and very candid. If he's not interested in some subjects, he lets you know that I'm not interested in this. You can focus your efforts on these topics that I'm really more interested in. And I think I've had a really easy time with speeches because he comes up with a lot of stuff on his own. He likes to insert humor and personal references, and most of the work I have to do is just basically factual work about where a bill has been before, whether it was sent to the committee and things like that. And he fills in the human side of it himself. So I think I've had a really good time with my MP, and I actually like working under him.
That's great. And what are the other kind of learnings that have been through your MP's office, but not necessarily through the legislative work with regards to maybe a consulting or engaging with other stakeholders or the kind of workshop sessions that we have for you?
I think that with the workshop sessions, one very personal learning is that if I have a question, I should ask it. Sometimes I get a little bit nervous about asking because some of the sessions are really technical, right? They're about specific topics that I don't know. So I don't know if a question is stupid or not. But I think like even if it's a very like basic level question, if you ask it, the answer that you receive at least helps you build an interest in the subject. So I think if you have an opportunity to ask questions, you should always ask questions. And sometimes like even if you're not well versed with the subject, the questions you ask is a point of view that the expert doesn't necessarily think about. And the other is about being on the go. Sometimes when my MP is giving talks or things like that, certain questions come up that I have not prepared him for, that I did not even think about. So in those moments, it's important that you just quickly come up with something rather than trying to research and put like a very heavy base behind it. It's more important that there is an answer ready rather than like how wide or well researched that answer is at certain points. So I think those are like the tangential learnings I would like to highlight.
Yeah, that's actually some very interesting points. As a matter of fact, when the parliament is not in session, the LAM fellows are engaging with several experts across diverse sectors, right from health, education, technology, and a lot of other sectors as well, through workshops and other sessions which are held for them from time to time. So, Gayatri, towards the end of this conversation, if you can, if you are kind of addressing to the next batch of the fellows who are going to come after you, what are the kind of things that you would wish them to keep in mind while they're applying for?
I think that first of all, you should apply even if you're not sure whether you're going to get in, or even if you think that the competition is too high and you may miss the mark. I think you should always give it a shot because it might turn out that you're not a very accurate judge of your own capabilities. So if you're nervous about applying in the first place, you should apply even if you don't get in. It's a really great exercise in learning about yourself, writing about your passions, and also writing about and determining a focus for your policy question. All of that helps a lot. And secondly, I think that when you have, if you get in and you have a chance to interact with your cohort before, you should seize those opportunities and try to talk to as many people as possible. Even if you're generally a reserved person, I think making friends when that are going to have a similar experience to you is very important, so that you can connect with someone about things that you do at work and stuff like that. And I think when you come to Delhi, you should take every opportunity to eat chole bhature and momos. That is my one big advice.
Great. Thank you so much, Gayatri. And to everyone who's tuned in to this conversation, please apply for the LAM Fellowship if this is something that you are interested in, you're passionate about. The link that's available along with the video You will get all the details as to how you're going to apply, the form, and other things. And the last date for application is 9th January 2022. But I will request you to apply as soon as possible, because that will give you like enough time to prepare and give your best shot for the fellowship. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.